Welcome to the first annual Metaverse Holiday Special.
Yes!
The joy of Borksmas.
Oh.
I'm your host and GM, James Durham. Joining me in the studio today is the most amazingly festive and fantastic holiday cast of Sarah Sanders Odie,
Hello.
Vanessa Foster,
Hi!
and the power couple of all power couples, two of my best friends in the whole wide world, Mr. and Mrs. Christian and Maggie Doyle.
Can I comment on my last name for a moment?
Yes.
It doesn't look like it, you pronounce it, but it's pastel.
Pastel.
Like pastel, but with a paw.
Pastel.
Oh.
It looks like pastel or whatever. Just
Pastel.
some inside info. The end.
The end.
I knew that.
Woo!
Today's special is really all about you, our viewers, because you make our shows happen.
Oh, there.
You support us, you watch us, you interact with us, you play the game with us, and I want to take a moment to thank all of you for that.
Aww.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I also want to remind you that DFA is back next month.
Woo!
Yeah!
Masters of the Metaverse returns February 4th.
Ooh.
Project Metaverse is back in March.
Yeah!
And I heard there's some secret
So many
surprises in the
There's
works
so many
too.
secret surprises in the works. I love it.
But I wouldn't know anything about it.
Anything.
Any of
He knows all about it.
He's
okay?
learning
he knows
so
all
much
about
so
it.
quickly.
I know.
I also want to thank some of our subscribers by name. Daniel Peck. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Daniel.
you.
Daniel.
Brent Phillips. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Brent.
you,
And
Brent.
Cornelia Moore.
Ah, Corey, we love you!
Thank you, everyone.
And you know, we got these really neat gifts. Maggie, what do you want to tell us about the or Christian?
Christian's
Yes.
like him.
Yes, this is from one of our very most favorite fans. Hi, Waffle fan. Each year I have this tradition of sending this local treat to friends, family, and random people that I'm a fan of. Zoe is among this year's randos. Thank you for creating such a great community, and thank you for all your efforts to create such amazing entertainment. Coincidentally, it works that this goes quite well with waffles. I hope you like it. Thanks again. Sincerely, Joshua, Imp in my head.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Josh.
So,
Imp in my head.
there was a box full of these jars of this delightful sand plum jelly from Cox Farms in Wichita, I think. And 3 of them didn't make it all the way here. So the letter is a little
Sticky?
sticky. It's very, very sticky. And we've done quite a bit of wiping. None of the ink smudged.
Almost like someone tried to jam the
Which was nice.
signal.
And all of the jars were also quite sticky, but they're fine now, as you can see.
We watched
Thank you.
everyone, and we
you.
all are gonna take some home and eat it.
It happened
Thank
with
you.
another one.
Yeah.
Says Imp in my head.
But thank you so much. We're really looking forward to it. And yes, of course, we're going to put it on waffles. What else would we do with it? We don't eat anything else. We're under
all we
contract
eat is
not to. Just carbs and syrup for us.
Yes.
Is it
It's
And you
a
did
horrible
pack the
life.
hell out of it with bubble wrap, but
Yeah, sometimes.
the jam had its own plan.
Yeah.
It
Jam
says
had a
postal.
plan.
jam plan?
Says postal workers, and this time of year, there's just too much for them to do.
So what's the story, James Durham? Why did you have us all dress up?
Well, I also want to talk about another gift before we get started. Somebody sent
Oh, I
Christian
know.
and I this gift. I want to show it all us to at home.
Yay.
See that?
Yeah, look at that.
Right there. See that? See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a collection of all of the wonderful stories that PAX has written.
Yeah,
Seasons 1 and 2 of Masters of the Metaverse.
They're great
Season
stories.
1
If
of
they're
Project
available,
Metaverse.
you can check them out on the wiki.
You can read all of them, yes. Online.
And
You
do,
should.
because they tie into the show
They're
very well. They fill in a lot of holes that
a lot of gaps.
that our lazy
Wow.
storytelling does not cover.
That is so cool.
It is.
That's
It's
amazing.
weird to look at myself on the cover, though, so I'm going to go ahead and put this face down.
Also,
Yeah.
lovely face. All of Sarah's kids brought her treats.
Why I don't own
She's a
mirrors.
teacher.
Yeah.
So we get to eat all the treats from
Thank
the kids.
you, my students who have now discovered me online. I'm sharing your gifts with everyone.
I'm sorry she made you
Hope they
take
like
tests
it.
for the last 3 days of school.
God, she's awful. How do you deal, kids? How do
She
you
said she
deal?
walked around jingling her elf thing.
While they were all testing.
Math.
Public education. Why does it fail?
What else am I going to get them to do the week before Christmas?
Party!
Seriously.
Pizza party?
No.
Ice cream party?
No.
Pretzel party?
No.
Any kind of party?
No.
Math party.
Teach them how to play D&D.
I could have, but no.
There's math in it.
Yeah.
You're great.
I mean, you could just torture them with like 2nd edition. They'd spend a whole year figuring out that.
No, I tortured them with testing.
We are probably taking attention away from our Christmas Lord.
Sorry,
Our
sorry.
Christmas
Sorry,
Lord.
sorry.
What has thee in store for us today?
Well,
Why have we dressed up in these silly hats and big sweaters?
Well, because it's our first annual Metaverse holiday special. And first annual is an important part of that. I'd like this to become a tradition.
Me too.
Various, annual holiday specials in different places. Not always Borks, of course, but how could we not go
Of
back to the
course.
kingdom of the Borks
Yes.
for our first holiday special?
They are made of love.
Yeah.
And this is a time of year for
With love.
people to tell each other that they love them, if not actually loving.
Indeed. So let's get into our story, shall we?
This is the time of year where we
please.
pretend to be nice to each other.
What's gonna happen?
It's a cold and snowy day in the high mountains of the kingdom of the Borks. Two figures trek through a pitiless blizzard, their tracks stretching behind them beyond sight. Every so often, the one in back starts to lag behind, only for the one in front to turn back and prod him along. Billy Bork, the bittiest Bork, has not had an easy time of things. Weeks ago, when the festivities for Borksmas were to begin, not a thing happened. There were no lights, no Borkberry pies, no sledding, no skiing. Not a single Bork had a smile on their face.
Whoa.
Billy Bork just didn't know what to do. But he wasn't going to give up. He knew that while maybe he couldn't fix this, somebody would know how. So off he went in search of help. But everywhere he turned in the Bork kingdoms, they were all just too sad to listen. Too sad to help. There was no joy. No bouncing, no borking, no dancing or singing. No Borkberry wine or Borkberry jam. Just sad, sad Borks. Until he met Bratty Bork, the stubbornest Bork. Bratty was just too stubborn to be sad like the other Borks. No, sir, she wasn't gonna take it. And that's all there was to it. And that's where Billy Bork found Bratty, trying to hang up the lights all by herself. Bratty nearly fell if Billy hadn't been there to catch the ladder. Once Billy told Bratty his plan, they knew what they had to do. Why, they'd just march straight to Father Borksmith's house in the mountains and demand to know where the joy of Borksmith was. So off they went. But there has just been so much snow, and it's been so far, and it's so very, very cold. Trudging higher into the mountains, our two companions finally reach the home of Father Borksmas. Not a light glows from within, and no smoke comes from the chimney. His stable of jackalopes sits empty, his sleigh missing. No sign of the Borks that make the toys and the joys of Borksmas. No sign of Father Borksmas. It is as sad and lonely as the rest of the Bork Kingdom. But wait, is that a noise from inside? Inside Father Borksmith's house, the workshop lies in shambles. Everything has been knocked on the floor. All the presents have been unwrapped. The lights tied up into knots. The candy canes opened up out and onto the floor. Two Borks sit weeping in the wreckage. Busy Bork, the busiest Bork, and Borland Bork, the buildiest Bork, are among the wreckage. It will take weeks to fix it all, and even if they did, with Father Borksmas gone, his jackalopes missing and his sled stolen, there's just no hope for Borksmas.
Okay, guys. My name is Billy Bork, and I am the bittiest Bork. And I'm here to help save Borksmas.
Yes. So stop crying. Stop crying.
On the first day of Borkmas, my true love gave to me a Borkberry in a Bork tree. Hashtag Carol, hashtag charity.
Thank you. I will take a moment, since they did that, to address some of the items we have in our store.
Yeah.
Caroling is, well, you guys are going to carol for our chat. Of course.
no.
That's right.
Of course we are.
Miracle is just, it's a Borksmas miracle. We have renamed Triple Play. It's
Gotcha.
roll 3 dice.
Okay.
Keep the best two. That's nice.
Kindness points are the key to your Bork powers. that
Yeah,
you
we have
use.
cool Bork abilities.
And of course, Metaverse AMA, they can ask a single yes or no question to either Crash, Jenica, Aqua, or Rosie.
Ooh. That's a dangerous ability to get.
Now,
them.
they can only use the knowledge that those characters know, but if you had any of those things that were just eating at you, that you just had to know, today, I am doing something nice and giving you your one chance for it. One chance. I will never, ever give you this chance again.
He's not giving it to you, he's selling it to you.
Way to interrupt the long con.
Hey, she's the most fun teacher there is. I mean,
Yes.
you know.
What? You just decided to be the worst the entire week. Then.
But now that we know the story, back to our story. Inside the home of Father Borksmas.
Father Borksmas is gone.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Why not?
We just got here and it was all.
His schedule was packed and he didn't make anything.
Oh no. So there's no presents for Borksmas?
No.
Oh no.
And everything is wrecked.
Everything is wrecked.
Well, there's gotta be a way we can fix it, guys.
Yes.
We just have to find out where Father Borksmas is and we can go save him.
Well, let's look for clues.
Shouldn't we fix his house?
It looks okay to me.
I can make a quick list of how we can fix it. Done.
You have a list put together. Outside, searching the grounds for clues, you find a trail from the Jackalope stables leading into the mountains. Where the sled was parked, there are drag marks that lead away. There are no signs of Father Borksmas.
We should follow.
Okay. Where are we going?
We're going to follow the trail.
Okay.
The jackalopes or the sled, they go in different directions.
Uh-oh. Do we follow the jackalopes or the sweat?
Live from Santa's Workshop, a newly owned subsidiary of Sapphire Industries.
Yes.
We have Borks on ice. Hashtag Carol, hashtag charity.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank
Thank you, Chad.
Are there any tracks by the sled?
The sled marks just dragged. Like whoever was dragging it behind them, and so their tracks kind of wiped out by the sled. They're dragging
No,
behind
smart.
them.
I think if the jackalopes ran away, then maybe Father Borksmas had to pull the sled all by himself.
It's not like the jackalopes to run away. Something must have motivated them.
Thank you, Jen.
On the third day of Borkmas, my true love gave to me 3 flying squirrels, hashtag charity, hashtag Carol.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Chad.
Hey, Mark,
They want some Carol.
can you write down all of our 12 days of
Deck the
Borksmas?
Borks with balls of Borkness, Bork, da, Bork, hashtag Carol,
Because if we
hashtag charity.
Thank you, Chad.
if we get all 12 days of Borksmas,
Oh, that's gotta
we
happen.
will sing it. What you've written for the 12 days of Borksmas. If Mark, okay, he's giving me a thumbs up. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Can I look at the tracks and make sure that the sled was particularly sound? Because I can build things and I know I've built a sled before and I want to
However,
make sure the tracks.
drug it sideways, which makes no
That
sense.
makes no sense, guys. This
It's
sled-
in
Where the
perfect
sled
condition.
sideways?
You can't. This
But
one was tip top.
If you were captured and tied up and Borksmas was put on the sleigh and dragged away, that's why it would be that way.
This is unacceptable craftsmanship.
He was kidnapped.
What? Someone Borknapped Father Borksmas?
Who would Borknap him?
But who?
The Borkiest. But do we want to get the jackalopes first and have them aid us in our quest?
Do they have super good smell? Like they could use their smelling sense to find him.
Of course they do. They're the best jackalopes ever. They have smell.
They are
touch.
technically flying jackalopes.
Yeah.
Flying?
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Father Borksmas is jackalopes.
Great.
We should get flying jackalopes, and then we can be in the sky and we can look for Santa because up high, Borkmas, whatever his name is.
Father Bork.
Father Borksmas, thank you.
Works
Because then we can see from the sky and look down.
Okay, if we Bork, let's go after them jackalopes.
Okay.
Let me do it. I know their names, so we could call them.
You set off after the jackal.
I'm not feeling very Borksmasy yet. Could we sing a carol on the way?
What a great idea.
Okay, We wish you a Merry Borksmas. We wish you a Merry Borksmas. We wish you a Merry Borksmas and a happy Bork.
Thank you, that helps.
Versions are good.
I'm going to have Mr. and Mrs. Hedgehog twack the jackalopes.
Good idea. Hedgehogs are very draggy.
And nobody loves Borksmas more than little hedgehogs.
I do.
I'm not so sure.
I do.
I have a Borksmas measuring device. We could see.
Well, it's not the size of the Bork that matters.
You're right.
I'm just gonna die all episode.
All right, I've made a list of all the things we could do to find the jackalope.
Hello, happy Borking Borksmas. Everyone here's some Borking hashtag kindness.
Thank you. And we had some pre-kindness purchase for us, so
We
thank you
did.
for the pre-kindness.
Miss Winter got 5 pre.
Yes,
Whoa.
thank you, Miss
Oh,
Winter.
look at all of the kindness.
Thank you.
We can do a lot with this much kindness. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Hedgehog, go find those jackalopes.
There they go.
Go get them.
Good luck.
You start off on the mountainside trail.
Guys,
The climb is scary and treacherous.
I have things to help. I made hooks.
Great.
hooks for
Quality
climbing.
work
Yes.
always seems to have the right tool for the job.
I don't like hooks, they're sharp.
They're flat and they go into the side. They don't cut anything except what they're supposed to cut.
I don't like pokey things. I saw some one time. It was the most borking, terrible thing I ever
Won't
saw.
poke you, just a rock.
I've organized a how to rock climb with them. Here, everybody. I passed them out. Here.
Oh, this is very informative.
There's pictures of us each.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You climb the cliff face and reach the summit of the mountain.
Ew, it's pretty.
In the beautiful glowing snow at the top, there are half a dozen jackalopes dancing and prancing around.
Look, the jackalopes so happy.
The
Hello, jackalopes.
They seem quite skittish and upset at the appearance of orcs.
On the 4th day of Borksmas, my true Borg gave to me 4 calling Borks. And let's be honest, they were calling for help because those knights of Borkton were acting really weird. Oh, did I bring down the mood? Sorry. Hashtag Carol.
That seems fair.
This is fair.
How many jackalopes we got?
6 jackalopes.
Okay. Jackie.
The 6. His 6.
Jackie, Jacqueline, Jacko, Juku,
Jacques.
and Jacques, and Jeek, and Terry. My fave.
They seem to be pretty skittish of you, which
Maybe
makes
we
no
should sing-
sense. 'Cause You feed them every day.
Maybe we should sing them another Borksmas carol so they know who we are.
Don't worry, little jackalopes. We are very friendly.
Jackie.
Okay, do we know a song that will get the jackalopes to be nice? Hold on.
We're checking our list of free songs.
Yeah, we have to look at
the
the,
royalty free songs.
oh! Since we have to get them going and we have to rein them in, we could do a song about riding through the snow. Okay?
Okay.
Jingle boards, jingle all the bork. Oh, a bork, it is 2 bork and a 1 bork, open bork, 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 jingle bork, jingle bork, bork, bork. Bork, 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 bork. Hey! Come on, jackalopes, and I would like to make a borking roll
Please do.
to bork at them as hard as I can so they want to be my friend, and then they'll hug them, and I will pet them on their necks and give them sugar cubes.
I have a sugar cube dispenser.
Because I don't have any sugar cubes.
I have that.
Our battery's right.
Come on! Daddy needs a new pair of borks. Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Maybe you could use the 3 thing.
Okay. I didn't make it.
Can he be a target of my choice?
I didn't.
You can.
I didn't make it.
Littlest Bork, I want to get my way, so you get to roll it again.
Okay.
I spent 2 kindness points.
Thank you.
Thank you, cat.
Thank you, cat.
Yay! I made it by 6.
All right. The jackalopes, though very skittish, wander in one corner and then another, and then they let you get closer and closer, and the singing seems to calm them down.
Bork, 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 bork.
And you reach the first one. Someone must have poked or prodded him. He's got a sharp little wound in him.
Somebody stuck
Like they
the
made him
jackalope.
run away.
Somebody stuck these jackalopes with quicks.
I wonder if Father Borksmas made them run away to save them.
I used to work with this guy who was really injuring prone, so I have lots of medicine. Can I fix the jackalope?
Here's a
You
picture of their
believe that he might
anatomy.
be able to help.
We would need a very delicate needle and thread.
I have those too. I got an 11. I don't know what that means.
What are you rolling?
I don't know. I wanted to see if it would work.
We could build. You could build something.
I already did.
It's already done.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I did it.
Healing, jackalope
Why does it
healing.
look like a Gatling self-surgery kit?
I don't know. I was inspired.
That's weird.
You were able to repair the minor wounds on the jackalopes, and they seem to favor you much better after you do so.
Thanks.
But someone clearly came along and prodded those jackalopes. Right
I
in their
don't like it when
bottoms.
things get poked with pricks.
They thought that something would happen to them, but it didn't because they're jackalopes and not borks. They must be not so smart.
Okay.
Wait.
So we will make them calm and fix up their wounds
I did.
and bandage them.
You need to make the harness that they are attached to for Father Borksmas.
Okay, no problem.
Well, we have to get them now. I know. I'm a whited.
Right, but if we make the harness that they're all connected to, and then we can all ride them, but they'll all stay together.
Hurting and...
But we all ride them to Father Borksmas.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a whited.
No, I said it.
Easy, Mr. Jack.
Well, you still need a sled, and you don't even know where Father Borksmas is.
That's
No,
why
but-
we'll ride them like they're squirrels.
Yeah.
I do have skis.
What is that?
I don't know.
What was the danger
happened?
music?
Oh.
That was danger music.
Okay, everybody,
Here we go.
On the 5th day of Borkmas, my true love gave to me 5 roasted nuts. Hashtag kindness.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Chad.
The rave board just came into the show. Rave
That would have
board.
been a great
You were able to get the jackalopes to fly back down the mountainside to their little stable. You
Yay.
give them fresh little carrots to eat.
They're babe. They're babe.
But there's still no sled and no Father Borksmas.
What, is there a backup sled?
Of course. Oh, I don't know.
What are we
Father
going to do
Borksmas
without
is
a sled?
special sled.
Are there tweez?
I could make one.
There are lots of trees, but there is also the drag marks where the sled was dragged away.
Well, we have to follow the sled. And if we're going to do that and make good time, we have to go real fast. So
Which means we gotta fly.
We can make our own sled
That's what I'm saying.
out
Make
of
a
all the
sled.
tweez.
Now.
I got it. Okay,
Now.
hold on. I'm
Why
going.
isn't it done?
Here's a diagram of every
okay.
piece you need.
I'm going.
I've already gathered everything for you.
I got a 10.
Done. Orlin Borks puts together the most structurally sound sled you have ever seen,
I also
with
decorated
safety
it.
rails on it and
Wow.
seat points so that it's very, very safe and very, very sturdy.
And
It's not very pretty, though.
I decorated it.
It's okay. I think it just needs a little something.
I run into the house and get the Christmas lights, and I decorate the sled with the Christmas lights.
We gotta use. I'm gonna use my Borkus magic. Lady,
Uh-huh.
here goes. I spend 1 kindness point to activate my Borkus magic. I pull on my little tiny beard.
The magic of Bork swirls around Billy the Little Spork. Unfortunately, he's still learning his Borkish magic, and without a beard, he can't control it. So, it doesn't work out exactly the way he intends, but things always work out. And while the sled is wonderfully and beautifully decorated, it is unfortunately decorated in Halloween decorations.
That's okay. It will be very nice.
It's still festive.
I'm sorry.
pumpkin.
I have some magic because I'm the eldest Bork as well as the widowest Bork.
Last Borkmas I gave you my Bork, but the very next Bork you borked it away. This Bork, to save me from Bork, I'll bark it to someone special. Hashtag kindness.
How are we gonna make it through?
Man,
Oh, I'm done. I done the first time Christian said the
Bork's
hedgehog.
Michael, God rest his soul.
I like the Borking Swift version much better.
Of course you do.
Borking Swift. I think the sleigh looks great. I'm gonna hold the skeleton's hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I'm an eldest Bork, I have great Borkish magic, but I can't grow my beard very long without stepping on it, so it can only do it a little.
It's okay, it's not the size that matters.
I can help you with
That's
that
what
later.
I keep telling everybody.
I know.
Why don't you just get Borland Bork to make you something to hold your beard?
I already made that.
A beard barrel? No. I tried.
You don't like it, you don't like the drag. That's the big complaint.
How about like a little harness? You can attach to your ears and then hang
Well,
like a bra, but for your beard.
no. No.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Good idea.
Just saying.
I invented one a long
So we
time
have a sled, and we're gonna go real fast.
Okay.
Not too fast. We gotta look for Father Borksmas. We gotta
You
use our
follow the
eyeballs.
sled tracks on the mountainside.
But in the air. We're above them. We're not making new tracks.
Flying over the snow. It's still a pretty cold blizzard, so you have to keep it pretty low to the ground to see
Yeah.
the tracks. And soon it becomes clear to you where you are headed. The sled tracks are leading directly towards the cave of the abdominal snowman.
Oh no!
The
Domino, does it come out of
Terrifying,
Was
angry
it
monster.
Jason Momoa? Like what?
Yay! Go! Abdominal.
like
Terrifying, angry monster.
Please draw
Always
that.
unhappy that
Draw
his
that.
face is on his belly.
Oh, goodness, no!
Okay, okay.
You don't want to know where his face would be.
I really don't.
Is it?
Oh, the abdominal snowman.
Oh no! I know the entire history about the abdominal snowman. Here! I hand them little books I have made just now.
Oh.
It's got him on the front and us two on it.
On the 6 days of Borkmas my true love gave to me, 6 alien knitters laying. What are they laying? I don't know. I didn't write this hashtag Carol.
That's hilarious. 6 alien knitters laying.
I love it.
Just laying.
Oh,
That's creepy.
that is creepy.
Okay, we need a game plan to go
I'm
into
just-
the
I'm
abdominal.
just picturing Ben like sitting on a nest, like waiting.
See, I'm just picturing him laying. Like,
By the
laying.
Oh no, I have him like protecting eggs.
Just annoyed.
Weird.
We need a plan.
We need a plan. I'll write it down.
We should go into the cave and we should tell the abdominal snowman, "Hey, abdominal snowman, you give us back our Father Borksmas, or else."
But inside his cave, he has the advantage, so we should bring him outside of the cave.
I know. Let's pretend to be carol singers and stand at the outside and lure him out with our festive carols.
Oh, we can make an
Wait a
invitation.
minute. That idea is great.
I don't want a lot for Borksmas, there's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Borkmas tree. I just want you for my own more than you could ever know. Bork, my wish come true. All I want for Borkmas is Bork. Hashtag kindness.
Thank you, Jeff.
It is cool.
Lovely.
What if we made him a fun little invitation to come out to the caroling?
Okay.
I made it.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
It's like Poppy and Trolls. I am.
All right. So, let's sing. I don't know. Come all ye Borks full or something
Okay,
like that.
so we will go up to the cave
Okay.
real slow,
Yeah.
making no noise as we walk along.
Thank you, Jen.
Then,
On the 7th day, okay, Borkmas my true love gave to me, Teddy in a boat. Hashtag charity, hashtag Carol.
Thank you, Chet.
Thank you, Chad.
that makes sense.
I'm gonna run up to the cave and start banging on it.
That's not how.
Now we
Oh,
have to sing.
You run straight up to the cave while they're still talking about it. Start banging on it.
Ready? Go, sing.
All ye Borks full and re-Bork full, and something else you come outside. please.
A Bork-sized snowball hits Borland Bork,
Oh!
Borland!
leaving a mound of snow. It's kind of jiggling, and vaguely the lyrics are coming out from within the snow still, but
That was not very nice. We are just here to sing you Christmas carols.
Oh, do abdominal snowmen have any weaknesses that we know about?
He's got a really sensitive tummy.
I have a great
Maybe
idea.
pizza?
What's the idea?
Candy. Lots and lots of candy.
You have a bunch in the sled because it's been decorated for Halloween.
That's fantastic. My magic is so great. and I walk over to the little sled and I start pulling out candy and throwing it in the cave. Of course, I'm standing like 10 feet outside the cave and I can't throw very far.
On the 8th day of Borkmas, my true love gave to me 8 ODs a saucing. Hashtag kindness.
What? I've got to say it. I've got to say it. 8 Odie's sausage? Is that what I heard?
8 Odie's.
8. Oh, there's a delay.
Oh, we can't say it yet. Oh,
He's
God.
saucing.
Am I out of the snowball yet?
You're jiggling your way through.
I help you out. Marlin!
Candy lands inside of the cave, and your throws get a little shorter and shorter.
It's really hard to swallow all this candy, guys.
And then you see his hands as he's unwrapping
8
the
Odie's
candy.
is saucing.
Does that mean we're drunk?
No, apple saucing.
Oh.
Because he's always eating
I
applesauce.
get it now.
And step at a time, the abdominal snowman is coming out, stopping at each piece of candy, unwrapping it, and stuffing it into his face down in his belly.
I have a huge bag of candy corn. It tastes really good.
But before you can get it, we have a question.
Can I come out of the snowball?
Yeah.
Your head pops out of the snow.
Okay, and I'm like blue, like all my little pieces.
Forward, you're camouflage.
Trying to pull out Borland, but I'm
It's
small
really
too. and
cold
it's hot.
here.
I'm trying.
Abdominal snowman.
There's a space heater in the sled. Somebody give me my space heater.
We followed the tracks of Father Borksmas' sled to this cave. You tell me where he is.
Or else.
Sled? Oh, those other Borks brought it here. I don't want it.
What
other
other Borks?
The bad Borks.
There's no bad Borks.
Yes, there are. They're the ones who, you know,
Oh.
and then.
I thought that was just a rumor.
What are you guys talking about?
I thought that was a rumor.
I don't want this sled.
Did they bring Father Borksmas here?
I didn't see Father Borksmas.
But
Oh,
you saw the sled?
other Borks?
They were laughing about stealing the joy of Borksmas.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well, we're trying to find it.
It's them.
The bad Bork stole the joy.
Tell me where they went.
They left the sled.
And then they just borked off?
Oh.
Oh no, I'm rolling my intimidate. Yeah, no. You tell me where they went!
They just left!
Can we see the
Which
sled?
direction?
That way!
Give him the candy corn.
You shouldn't yell at people. It's Borksmas.
Not yet, it's not. But it's gonna be.
Yeah. Should maybe
You
we
have a very dark side.
It seems to be very beneficial to our party.
It's okay, abdominal snowman. It's okay.
Maybe we should investigate the
Sled.
sled.
Oh, I'm gonna give him a big hug.
I made you a candy
You get
dispenser.
like part of his leg.
Right. No, I'm gonna climb up and like put my face on his tummy face.
Let's all give him a hug.
Okay.
The abdominal snowman begins purring.
Hey,
Oh.
It's
abdominal
okay.
snowman.
Sometimes you just need snubbles.
I made a candy dispenser for you.
Now, how many of the Borks were there?
More than that many.
Oh, paw plus.
Maybe we should investigate the sled they left behind for clues.
Over there.
Oh, let's go look at it.
It's definitely Father Borksmas' sled.
Okay, well, I
All
think
set up just like you got it ready to go, but
we should attach it to the
somebody
other sled.
just dragged it off.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I like our sled better.
Okay, well, I made a thing to attach them together so we can like
Double
have
sleds.
double sled power.
Is there anything weird about the sled?
Well, you know, it's Father Borksmas' special sled, so it's got
It's a
work
little
magic.
magical.
So it can fly, and it's got a radio, and
Lots of room for all the toys and candy and lights and surprises.
Yes.
And now we have all the toys and candy and whites and supplies.
Those are all still taken apart and unwrapped and tied up into bundles back at Father Borksmas' house.
We have to
It's gonna take a lot of work to get that stuff ready.
We can do it. I love work.
Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
We already
knew
did
it.
it.
Working together, you know that you could do it because you're Borks. But you know what Borks do when they work?
We sing.
That's right.
Borks sing while we work.
Borks sing while they work.
What will we sing?
Joy
With the
to
like
the-
Bork?
That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked.
Joy to the Bork works.
Oh, little town of Borkwahem.
How
Something Bork, Bork,
Bork.
Bork, 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 Bork. This is it.
I don't know that carol very well. I'll be honest.
Joy to the Bork.
We need to sing a song.
Easier.
No, better song.
Oh, what Bork is this that Borks to Bork on big Bork's head is
Bork,
sweet.
Bork, Bork, Bork,
Whose
Bork.
Bork is Borkier than the Bork, and all the chimneys sweeping. Why does that sound like green sweeps?
Right on, Bork.
Oh well.
In a short amount of time, you are able to untie all the bonded lights, rewrap all the presents and candy, and package everything with Busy's very, very explicit instructions detailed into how they all perfectly fit.
With pictures of us.
It's
Always,
like
every time.
Tetris.
Always pictures.
Now we have to go find Father Borksmas.
But you need to know where he is.
Who we-
Where are those bad Borks at? If only someone knew how to find the bad Borks.
Can you make a find the bad Bork machine?
Yes. What a great idea.
I'm not sure
I
it's gonna work, but I can
probably
try.
know where they are.
Why do you know where
Wait,
they
what?
are?
What?
If they're,
Billy.
if they're bad Borks, I might know where I'll find them.
Where are they?
There's this place.
Yeah.
It used to be a village.
Mm-hmm.
It was the nicest Bork village in all of the land. But then something very bad happened. Like, very bad.
This is what I've heard about.
It's not a rumor.
It's real.
It's true.
There was a fire. It's worse than a
And
fire.
everything was so terrible. And then some other Borks came. And then everything was okay. And all of the Borks were back. But they're not the same.
Well, we have to go to the town. That's where they took Father Borksmas.
We need the joy of Borksmas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're not very joyful.
I will protect you.
We have to bring the
We
joy.
have to go.
Okay.
Do you want to save Father Borksmas?
Yeah?
Then we gotta go.
Okay.
You can bring Mr. and Mrs. Hedgehog.
They have to come. Right? Yay.
Is it well known amongst the Borks that something happened to this town?
It's a rumor, but most Borks don't believe it because Borks are good. All Borks are good.
Wow.
They came back grumpy.
Is it because they died?
I don't know, but they're really grumpy.
I've never met a grumpy Bork before.
It's not supposed to exist. The closest thing is you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now let's go.
Okay.
You climb into the sled and set off, flying through the air, pulled by the jackalopes.
Yay! We're flying!
It's super fun.
Down the mountains and through the snow you go, closing over the snow-capped trees of the home of the bad Borks. The grounds here are a little strange, as if something bad was undone here, but the trace of it still remains. Just as the creepy feeling begins to take hold and make you Borks feel a little weird, a giant snowball smashes into the lead jackalope, and the sled crashes down into the snow-capped trees.
Try and bring us down safely!
Bouncing everywhere, and then everything goes dark. When you waken, you're in a Bork hut. Borks are arguing outside. We should take off all the bulbs of the lights. No, we should change all the names on the presents.
What does it mean?
Oh, I stormed right outside. You stop.
You're tied up.
Hey!
Stop it. They're gonna know we're all awake.
But they're gonna ruin the sweat.
And you think yelling at them will help?
I will intimidate them.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think it's how intimidation works.
I have a tying up, untying device.
Yeah, how are you gonna get that?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. I won't yell at them. We'll wake up and listen. What are we gonna do?
Okay. Are our hands behind our backs?
No, you're Borks, so they're tied at your sides.
They're tied to our sides, right? Because they only really go out like this.
Yeah.
So,
It's just kind of wrapped around you a bunch of times.
are we all tied together?
No.
On the 9th day of Borkmas my true love gave to me 9 busy Borks dancing. Hashtag Carol.
Good job.
Maybe I could make them all busy so that we could all get out of this while they're doing stuff. Cause I could make them busy too.
Can we still bounce?
Keeping busy with my keeping busy ability.
I like it. I like it. We could bounce. You can make them busy.
Well, maybe if we all bounce together, we can bounce out the top of the hut.
Question. Is being tied up considered a negative effect?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. I would like to spend a kindness point so that I am no longer tied up, and then I would like to free my friends.
Nice.
Everyone is now untied.
Ah!
You're not sure how she did it. She's just that stubborn.
I will not
I
be tied
refuse to be tied
up.
up.
I refuse.
How many kindness points have we?
There are 8 remaining still. There are quite a few.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
No, right here at the top.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I could still make
Well,
them
what do you-
busy.
What,
So that we
They
can do
are
whatever
pretty
we
busy
want.
at the moment discussing what they're going to do with all these lights.
how
and
do we
presents.
keep them from breaking all the presents?
We have to make them feel the spirit of Father Borksmas.
Okay.
If they're all happy, then they won't want to destroy it.
Here,
One
I
of
made
them
a bunch
pokes
of
his head
Christmas
inside
hats.
that.
Works.
Hey, how did you get untied?
None of your business.
There are 9 of them.
You just see one poking his head in.
Do you
How
have-
did you get untied?
Do you know what Father Borksmas is?
It's right over there.
Can we see him and have Borksmas come back?
You look at that, Borksmas. We're stealing the joy of Borksmas.
Fine. Because you all knew it was going to be me to do. I mean, who else would have a hashtag question first? For Crash, do you know where your mom is?
Ooh, so the question is from...
The question is from Pax to Crash. Do
Uh-huh.
you know where your mom is?
Does Crash know where
Does
his
Crash
mom
know
is?
where his mother is?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Crash
answer is
does
yes.
know where his mother is.
How far away is that work from us?
Oh, he's right there.
Okay, I just made a little Borksmas hat and I put it on him. Maybe this will help.
Take the holiday chill.
It doesn't come off. Borland made a special one.
Hats.
It's a snap that it can't be released until you find the joy. I don't know how I invented it, but I did.
I've got 8 more.
I have 8 more.
Several of his companions grab him and drag him out of the way, and the
Throw
bad
hats on
Borks
that.
gather around the hut on the outside.
Okay, everybody, just calm down.
Maybe we should bounce him off the walls.
Oh,
No.
Wait, guys, you gotta listen to me.
Everyone must listen to Billy Bork.
I spend the kindness point. Yeah. Look, clearly that we have some kind of a problem. You don't want the joy, and we have to have the joy. Perhaps we could come to some kind of compromise.
Contentment?
I think that we will challenge you. And with Borksmas games.
Borksmas games?
We're so good at them.
All Borks are.
Fine, we'll meet you at your Borksmas games.
Yeah.
Great. We're going to do them.
And so you separate into teams and prepare for the traditional games of Borksmas. The first event is the snowball contest. 2 teams of 4 Borks prepare. 2 Borks are your throwers, and 2 of your Borks are snowballs.
I'm a thrower.
Pick who is which.
Who's a snowball?
Yes.
I don't know, but I have a 14 in throwing, so I'm a thrower.
Bork snowball competition is dodgeball using your companions as the ball.
I've already been a snowball.
I'm the smallest. I could probably be a good ball.
When you throw me, I'll be really busy at them.
Okay, cool. Got
Okay,
it.
we'll throw and you be balls.
All right.
Good plan.
What?
On the 10th day of Borkmas, my true Borg gave to Bork 10 Borks a bouncing hashtag kindness.
Thank you, Jack.
You bounce pretty good.
Oh, I missed that part. What was I mean about?
I was reading about Borkanica.
Apparently I was mean.
Borkanica?
You were mean?
Borkanica. Borkanica.
Okay. Yes, it does have to be a yes or no question. It's very important. But just let you ask open-ended questions. I mean, I can think of all the terrors and horrors that I would ask, and I just don't. No, I'm not going to let you do that. It's not going to happen. We got to limit you to yes or no. Otherwise, it would just be unfair. But you know, if you pay really, really careful attention, you might catch something.
Like the code.
Okay, so I made a really
So I have my throwers,
and I
correct?
made a really
Yes.
good machine to help me throw.
And I'm the balls.
Excellent.
I have a ball too. Just one. Singular.
Oh, me too.
You're
The whistle is blown and the competition begins.
Okay, here's your contraption
I'm
for
throwing.
you.
I'm throwing.
You're gonna throw.
I'm throwing.
You are throwing.
I beat mine by 7.
Beat by 7.
But
Wait.
Rudy the red-tailed jackalope never got to play in the Borkmas games hashtag charity.
I beat it by 9.
We don't talk about Woody.
I beat it by 9.
Beat it by 9. Excellent.
Yeah, I throw one of you two real well.
Which do you throw?
Who wants to be thrown by me?
You take your pick.
I'll take the widow's ball.
All right, you throw the littlest bork and beat it by 9. You throw the busiest bork. And, very, very handily beat.
Yeah.
Your opponents also throw their borks.
Do we get to dodge?
Dodge! I'm good at dodging.
Oh yeah, we have a new system, by the way. It's gonna be good.
I have what? Okay.
Christian and I simplified a little bit of the tri-step combat stuff to make it easier
Okay.
for you. You don't have to worry about ever making a defensive roll ever again.
Excellent. Forever or just this
Yeah, forever.
Forever. They take too long.
We've
No more
taken
of
it
that
out of the
-4,
system
-8
and incorporated an easier game mechanic that just makes
We have further hacked Tri-Stat to our purposes.
Yes.
Haha.
Nice.
We've given you a dodge number, which is just affects what they need to succeed.
I got it. But I'm really good at dodging.
Yes, you are.
What is your dodge score?
I have a 2, but I also can spend 2 kindness points because I can negate any hit against me.
Which you might want to do.
I did that. Thank you, Jack.
All right, you dodge the bork that is thrown at you.
Dodge. Because I'm really good, because the guy I used to work with was a hazard. He
And
was
both
throw
of you
stuff all the
are
time.
able to hit the borks that you aimed for.
Ooh.
But one of the bad borks on the bounce is able to catch
Oh no.
Billy Bork.
No! Wiggle, Billy.
And
And
is,
so-
is he planning on throwing me back?
Yes.
Look into my eyes.
Is that one of your kindness?
One of my I use 2 kindness points, and I use my big cute eyes to make my target stop what they're doing and comment on how cute I am, and not to be such a sad little guy.
So cute, little guy. I'm not gonna throw you, little guy. You're so cute. You're just so cute.
Well, I
Don't
understand.
cry.
It's really just part of the game. Hedgehog in the eye.
Yeah, Billy!
Hedgehogs, go for the face.
What noises did they make? Oh, that's
While you're distracting him, one of the other books throws his back and misses completely, sending Busy back to your side.
Hello.
Hey, good job. Good throw.
One of them is very clearly completely distracted,
By
trying to
hedgehog.
soothe Billy Bork.
Alright, I'm gonna throw again then.
All right, please do so.
Okay. I got a 9. I don't know what I'm supposed to get.
It's okay. As you throw Busy through the air,
No.
you see one of the other Borks from the sides throw a little object into the air.
No!
But he misses Busy
good.
completely, and it lands in the eyes of the one holding Billy. And he drops him, and it lands right on his foot, eliminating him and winning.
First of all, Maggie, Peter says hi Santa. Second, James, I am glad you and Christian like the gift. Just warn a person before you bring it out on stream. At least so I can hide before you do. Hashtag kindness.
Hi, Peter. Hi, John.
Hi, Peter. Hi, John.
We're excited to meet you.
Hi, Pat.
Are we though?
We are.
Yes,
We are.
In Metaverse.
And so you have won the snowball contest.
Wait, you said he got eliminated.
Yep, when
Like, Poofy's gone. Or
no,
just he's
by
out
the
of
game rules.
Okay,
By the
I got
game
it.
rules, and so they have lost. Cheating.
They lost because they were cheaters.
Oh, that's right. You cheated.
Yeah, no, because
Of course, the bad Borks, him and Han, stomp their feet and say it wasn't fair, but
Oh, hey, no. That's not how we play this game. You cheated, you lose.
And here are the
You
rules.
cheated, so you were defeated.
Cheaters never prosper.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the ring.
I know yours
Event
was
2
cute.
is the traditional and classic Bork downhill sledding race. 2 Borks will be on each sled, and there are 2 sleds on each team. The first to the finish line wins. Now each sled has a driver and a snowball thrower.
Well, you're the snowball thrower.
They are actual snowballs this time.
Okay.
I know we both
Anyone
know.
hit by a snowball might fall off their sled.
Okay.
Oh no.
We both have skills in the sled.
I don't really.
I sweat a
I
little.
don't know what
I just know, like,
I can dodge things.
I can flow.
I don't care. I'm happy to do whatever. Borksmas, joy is upon me.
Is it though?
It is.
Do you need to be cheered up a little bit?
Maybe.
Okay, hog time, group hug.
Group hug.
we all group hug and we bounce up and down while we do it. Look
Okay,
how Bork's
okay. Listen, you can sled.
I can sweat and I can flow.
You can sweat. I can flow. You two, we need music
Okay.
to empower us to go faster.
Dashing through the snow.
Suddenly
in a
Riddle
white
was
coat
worked
and
out?
sword.
Sorry.
Oh, that feels
All of you are
good.
doing them. I'm trying to
Get out of the
it's
way.
in my head.
Work.
We need music to go faster.
Okay, that one's a good one.
We got you.
Let's do it.
We got it.
Okay,
We already did Jingle Boys.
shoot. But that was
You want to do the Bork?
That was the.
Let's see the list of Bork approved. How? Oh, holy Bork.
That's not really a fast song. We need something with some.
Bork.
We need like a pizzazzy.
Oh, deck
song.
the Borks.
That's what I'm saying.
Bork the Borks.
Bark the barks with barks and barksing.
Bark, 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 bark.
We're sledding.
You set off onto the sled course.
Oh, we now are something. Bark, 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 bark.
Can I get sled rolls from my drivers and throwing
got
rolls from
four.
my throwers?
I made my throwing roll.
Excellent.
I should throw something.
Oh, what
Throw
am I?
something.
What am I rolling?
I did it. I made it. I made it by 9.
Excellent.
I drove well, but she didn't drive.
What am I supposed to be
You're
here?
just throwing. Give me what you got there.
17.
7. Your shot is not particularly good with the snowball.
I mean 16.
Bork is just a little swifter controlling the sled than you anticipated.
Sorry.
I'm
And
too
so you
busy.
totally overshot that snowball.
Sorry, it's the hydraulics I put in the bag.
Sorry, I'm not a good thrower.
Hydraulics.
I know that wouldn't actually do anything except bounce the sled up and down, but whatever.
Sorry, I just heard War start playing Lowrider and it just.
Bork.
Yeah, exactly. However, the bad Borks do much better with their snowball throwing.
Uh-oh. Dodge!
And both drivers are hit by snowballs.
Wait,
Oh no, I'm so little.
Wait, kindness points.
You can use kindness points.
Please, thank you. Dodge!
You are not then hit by said snowball, but the littlest Bork takes a snowball. Littlest Bork, I need you to make me either a sledding roll or an athletics roll to stay on the sled.
I'm gonna
Nope.
get borked right off. if
No,
it's
he's
up
not,
there.
because I'm gonna use 2 kindness points. He gets to roll again.
Wait a minute. They're hitting me with snowballs? I spend 1 kindness point
Okay.
while I'm driving. You gotta listen to me, guys. This isn't how we're supposed to play this game.
He stops in mid-snowball.
Yeah, and I'm exactly. Everyone must stop and listen to me, no matter the turn in progress. So that means that both drivers also have to stop their sleds to listen to me.
Let's do it.
There you go.
You race ahead.
Don't
down to
listen
the
to me,
S-turns.
guys. I know we have as we fly by them.
You hit some small jumps, and then they're behind you. As you get into the berm, coming around a corner, one of the other Borks slides in and tries to bump you guys off of the track.
Oh!
What a bad Bork.
But at the last moment, his sled goes sideways, and instead he goes over the top of the berm, spinning through the air, screaming and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing.
That's what you get.
Bouncing.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, home stretch.
Then down the slope, you go into a big hill, into a giant jump.
Here
We're
it
gonna
comes.
make it. We're
I'm
gonna make the
excited.
jump.
Racing down towards the giant jump, you see a couple of those bad Borks are in the woods off the side of it, trying to knock a tree over into the path.
Oh no!
And as they're pushing it, they trick the tree and it comes over right behind you, and the last Borks of the bad Borks crash right into it and bounce end over the top of you into the trees, crashing and wrecking and ruining their sled.
Oh, I hope you're okay. I know.
Oh.
And as you slide into the finish,
Here's a bit towards the hashtag kindness also. Did you know that the Bork mystery trend started because people thought it would spruce things up a bit? Hashtag Uber pun.
That's funny.
Why, Uber? Why?
Because he's awesome.
It's Christmas.
I was just pining for a joke like
Oh,
that.
yes.
Oh, you would.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I feel terrible about myself right now.
I like you all.
Again, the bad Borks insist things weren't fair, complain and stomp their feet. But it's on to the final event.
You know what they need? I think they need some slippers to help their stomping. Their feet might be getting cold.
That's such a good idea. You're so nice.
I think I'll try to make them a self-knitting slipper thing when we get back.
Good idea. I'll gather your supplies.
Okay, thanks.
The final event is the snowman contest.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
Bork snowman contests don't function like most people's snowman contests do. They don't start until after the snowman is built.
Okay.
Each team builds a snowman, and that's when the game begins. 2 of your Borks on your team are defenders of the snowman, and you use a Bork stick. It looks like a giant tennis racket.
Okay.
And 2 of your Borks are attackers who want to bounce into and destroy the snowman of your opponent.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
The defender's job is to use the stick and bounce the Borks away. And if you're really good, use them to hit their own snowman.
I understand.
That makes sense.
Angles.
Geometry.
Yes.
So, who will be the Borks on offense that are bouncing and thrown, and who will swing the Bork sticks?
I want to be a defender.
You want to have a bark stick?
Yes, please.
I think I'd probably be good at angles and stuff.
You can draw me.
I'll totally be bouncing snowman destroyer.
I'll be
Alright,
the
you divide
destroyer.
into teams, and the bad Borks divide into teams. And the whistle is blown. Let's do some initiative for this to see who gets to go first.
Who? What? Is there rolling the
Just roll those 2 dice and add that little ACV number you have to it.
18.
25.
19.
18.
19.
18?
18.
That's us.
Griffin, 10 points to Griffin work. That's really good. I like that so much.
The bad barks are very
Very
Slither bark.
Slither
All
bork,
right.
please.
That means the
Yay.
Bratty Bork goes first.
They're still Bork songs
So wait,
from
I'm confused.
Cannibal
I don't
Musical.
get hit across?
That's
I just go in.
You can bounce if you want, or you could be hit. There are no rules as far as that goes other than striking the snowman must be through either being bounced or hit with the racket. You can't run over the snowman and push it
so
over
who wants to-
or hit it with something.
Who
You
wants
have to hit it with what?
hit
You have
me?
to hit it with the Bork, whether
Yeah,
being
one of you
hit
got-
by one or the Bork jumping and bouncing into it.
I guess I could jump and bounce into it.
Oh, very much
Okay.
so. That
I
is the
will-
traditional tactic.
Okay. Good.
I'm going to jump and bounce into it using my athletics, but I'm also going to intimidate the other team with my Xena Bork cry.
All right, give me the intimidate first.
I love that imagery.
I beat it by 4.
What's that Bork cry sound like? All right, now give me your athletics.
It's like a really angry Swedish chef on helium.
I beat it by 3. 2.
You bounce through it, and the Bork gets ready like he's gonna take this big swing, and you just start making that noise. He just
Yeah,
looks
that's
at
right.
you, and you sail right on by and take the head off the snowman. 1 point.
Oh yeah, Bratty!
I told you I would do it.
Busy Bork, you're next.
Okay, do I have to roll something?
Depends on what you want to do.
Okay, I want to bounce the traditional way.
All right, that would be athletics. If you don't have athletics,
I don't know.
You can tell me
I don't
a
have
way
skills.
that, as a Bork that you might do this. Well, you're a Bork, so you have Borking. So just roll 2 10-sided dice and call it good.
All right, I really like to, because is it any possible, maybe using my getting it done here,
yes.
if I bounce, that I also make them, the defenders on the other side, busy.
Oh, you want to make them busy? You can. That takes a kindness point.
Thank you, Jack.
And they are too busy to defend against you when you bounce through.
18.
Bombarding them with all the various rules of the intricacies of Bork snowman, they're just too busy listening to you. Unfortunately, you bounce right over the top of the snowman because you were aiming for the same head that Bratty Bork
I'm
had.
still really glad you got it.
On the 11th day of Borkmas, my true Borg gave to me 11 Borks a sledding. Hashtag kindness.
I can't wait to sing this song. I
Yeah, it's
really,
gonna be
really
so
can't wait to sing
good.
this song.
Thank you, chat. Thank you so very much. Now the two attackers on the Bad Borks team attempt to bounce through.
You gotta block them.
Neither of them come close to bypassing your defenders. My defenders who have not gone.
I apologize to AK. He said I needed to buy a hashtag kindness point as penance. So here you go.
Penance for what?
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
I don't know what you did wrong, but
I'm sure it actually
Yeah,
wasn't
It's an
anything.
apology, and it's from Paximo, so I'm assuming nothing wrong was done by anyone.
there is a 99.9%.
sweetest.
Yeah, you're right.
The sweetest.
Now those Borks completely missed their targets, but because both defenders haven't gone yet, they can go ahead and take swings at these Borks to try to knock them back into their own snowman.
So my borking stick, I already built it. It has a little a protractor on it, so I can really gauge the angle that I need to get that bork to hit the other snowman.
Excellently done.
Okay.
And for-
I'll wait till she
I don't know what I'm supposed to get.
That's
I
okay, just
got
tell
a
me what
12.
you roll. A 12 is good enough, you hit back. But the Bad Bork defending is able to swat back.
Oh, that was gonna be a perfect hit.
Billy Bork,
Bummer.
And I pull on my beard. My attempt is that I'm going to raise several snowmen, so there are decoy snowmen.
Oh, and on our side?
Bork magic.
Bork magic.
Actually, my real plan is to switch faces with a snowman.
Excellently
So
done.
I'll have the little carrot nose.
Why? Why do you want to do that?
You'll see.
Okay.
It's coming right at you. Spinning, spinning, spinning.
Watch out!
Your snowman isn't where it was before. It's where Billy Bork just was.
Wait,
But
what
it looks wrong.
Yep.
Like it's got legs, Billy Bork's legs, but snowman in the waist.
Little and cute.
I stick out my tummy and I do look at those eyes.
The Bork spinning in over in, stops in mid-flight, and just stares. And stares. And stares.
I'm really sad.
And he's able to give you that amount of time for a perfect wind-up.
Boom!
And
Yay!
like Farrington's, you launch him back.
It's borking, right?
It's Borking.
Yeah.
That could
While
be
he's being launched over, you see that one of the Bad Borks, rather unsneakily, switches rackets. This one has a battery wired into it.
Hey, I know what that does.
Technology.
Can I see the weakness in it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have one kindness point. I want to see the weakness so I can figure out how to disable it.
You think if you hit the handle, you might electrocute the Bork using it.
Okay, but I don't want to purposefully. I just want to mess up the racket.
Oh,
I don't
Borks
wanna
can't be
attack.
electrocuted to death. It doesn't work.
Just singe him again.
It just makes them very uncomfortable.
Great, that's what I want to do.
And some Borks who are like rebellious teenagers, they like to do it for their hairstyle.
Oh, okay, good.
Nothing really hurts a Bork except pricks.
Yeah.
That's true. Just gonna let that one go. Because I'm a Bork.
Your shot takes out the middle, and there was only the bottom section of the Bad Bork snowmen left.
Ha ha! Bork that! Sorry, I was trying to be sportsmanlike.
Launched back across towards you, one of them is able to take the head off of your snowman with a turn stroke.
Oh yeah.
And then we are back at Bratty Bork.
Now, am I still behind their snowman?
Hold on. I'm making a mischief roll.
Oh!
Sorry. Which I rolled a 5, so I beat it by quite a bit. The head of our snowman was actually Mr. Hedgehog, just wearing snow. So he'll roll out of the way.
Very well done. You seem really Bork to something that you'd expect the Bad Borks to do.
Billy.
What would you do?
Nobody saw nothing.
Okay.
The head just moved and then moved back. No big deal.
You are still behind.
I am behind, but I can still attack it. I just
Oh,
have to
yeah.
bounce. All right. I'm going to use my determination,
All right.
and I'm going to bounce myself. I assume this is generic snowman. We've
Yeah,
got
just
1,
generic snow.
2, 3.
It's only the bottom left because the top 2 have already been hit.
The top 2 have already been hit.
Yep,
Every
only the
snowman
bottom.
is a work of art and love.
So I'm going to basically I want to like cannonball into the bottom snowman ball so that it just explodes.
All right.
And I'm determined to make it explode.
It'll make it look like it's
Is
snowing.
that the kindest point ability you're using?
No, I just have determination.
Oh, you're doing determination. Good. That's what I.
Yeah.
Use the determination skill.
I'm determined to win. I beat it by 3.
One of them slides with that racket with the battery on it and comes in swinging, but at the last moment, he accidentally touches the handle under the snow, and you see the little spark of lightning come up the handle, and his hair sticks out
I told you.
all directions. Ah!
And we see inside the Bork X-ray style and realize that the only bones they have are in their skull.
100% correct. And then smashing down, you destroy the snowman,
Yay!
finishing the competition.
It's snowing!
The Bad Borks again, very upset, stomp their feet.
I'm getting you slippers.
It's unfair, it's unfair.
It's not unfair. You cheated.
I'm gonna get you slippers. Don't worry.
But they agree. They have to honor the bargain, and they release Father Borksmas.
Mother Borksmas!
On the Bork Day of Borkmas, my true Bork gave to me Uberbaldi doing really, really bad puns. # Carol.
The Bork Day of Borks.
There's no number. That one can't go in the sun.
It's coming.
It's gonna go.
We're just on a little delay.
Okay.
It should pop up any second now.
Hello.
There, no.
No,
Or
no,
not.
We just have to wait.
Or maybe,
Okay.
maybe next show.
Next.
We'll see. Who knows? No big deal.
Why, thank you, little Borks. What joyful spirits you are.
Merry Borksmas.
You saved me and all the Borksmas gifts, lights, and surprises. But it's too late to get them where they need to be in time, even with my trusty jackalopes. Why, it would take a Borksmas miracle, like a whole village of Borks to save Borksmas.
Can we find a whole village of Borks?
We're in a whole village of Borks.
But they're bad.
We have to make them happy. What if
Father Borksmas, can we show these Borks the spirit of Christmas?
Borksmas.
Borksmas?
Oh, I think that you should try.
Wow.
We gotta do more than try. We have to try really hard.
We're gonna succeed.
I made a list of all the things Borks really love about Borksmas.
Okay.
Pass them out.
Okay,
Number 1.
we have to make that list. Okay, everybody, listen to me! To all of the bad Borks.
Yeah.
Now that you have lost We have to save Borksmas. And the only way we can do it is if we all work together to try really hard.
I also made you all the things you want earlier.
We have all the tools we need. We just need the Bork power. I know deep in your hearts you're still sad, but it's okay. You don't have to be sad no more because I'm gonna come back and be the eldest Bork.
That's good.
Well, I guess we could help.
You got to. You have to help or else. You have to not just bork, you have to bork harder than you ever borked before.
And so the bad Borks, with your supervision and Father Borksmas, separate the gifts and lights and candies.
But they
into
have to
different-
sing a Borksmas song when they do it.
That's for you.
And I'm also going to roll a
But not
trying
this one,
really
I think.
hard roll
Okay.
We got 5 of them.
to really get these guys to do what I would like them to do. I still made it.
That's good.
You tried really hard, and they start separating things into all the different piles. And while they're doing so, I think it's that you should
We
see
have
it.
5 carols we have to get through. I feel like.
Oh
this
no,
should-
we said that he hasn't been knocking them off.
Sorry,
we
I-
sang,
Oh,
we sang
great.
4. We're good to go.
You have
then-
one left that you have
Should
to
we
do.
sing this one?
One left you have to do, but you can always do more.
Yeah.
We can.
Okay, well,
This is the
But
long
you
one.
should
Like I
sing
said-
while these Borks work.
But there's a lot to do, yeah. So, on the
First
first
day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me a Bork berry in a Bork tree.
On the second day of Borksmas, my true
love gave to me 2 turtle Borks and a Bork berry in a Bork tree.
On the third day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me
3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree.
On the fourth day of Borksmas, my true love
gave to me 4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree.
On the fifth day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me
5 roasted nuts, 4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree. On the 6th day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me 6 alligators laying, 5 roasted nuts, 4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree. On the 7th day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me 7 teddies in a boat, 6 alligators laying, 5 roasted nuts, 4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree. On the 8th day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me 8 Odies a sausage, 7 teddies in a boat, 6 alligators laying, 5 roasted nuts, 4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree. On the 9th day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me 9 busy Borks dancing, 8 Odies a sausage, 7 teddies in a boat, 6 alligators laying, 5 roasted nuts.
Yes!
4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree. On the 10th day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me 10 Borks are bouncing, 9 busy Borks dancing, 8 Odies a sausage, 7 teddies in a boat, 6 alligators laying, 5 roasted nuts.
Yes!
4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree. On the 11th day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me 11 Borks are sledding, 10 Borks are bouncing, 9 busy Borks dancing, 8 Odies a sausing, 7 teddies in a boat, 6 alligators laying, 5 roasted nuts. 4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree. Here we go! On the 12th day of Borksmas, my true love gave to me 12 terrible oompa 11 Borks are sledding, 10 Borks are bouncing, 9 busy Borks dancing, 8 Odies a sausing, 7 teddies in a boat, 6 alligators laying, 5 roasted nuts. 4 calling Borks, 3 flying squirrels, 2 turtle Borks, and a Bork berry in a Bork tree.
Bork nap.
Oh, jeez. Oh, good God.
And with that, all of the Bork gifts have been taken and set into different sleds and wagons and backpacks, the lights and candies distributed.
And I tell all the mean Borks that they have to smile the whole time. Because it's the rules of Borksmas.
I can make them a little thing that'll like pull their mouths back.
I think that's, no.
If they can't smile on their own. I have helper smile. Patented.
Because I heart her and because I really want to know, a hashtag question for Rosie. Have you seen Nick since you last left Joe's Diner?
Oh, has Rosie seen Nick since Rosie left Joe's Diner? Last left Joe's Diner, no.
You hear that? I'm making sure. And who that question was for, I'm going to read the question and say that again one more time when it pops up so that nobody misses it.
Okay.
So, because I heart her and because I really want to know, a question for Rosie. Have you seen Nick since you last left Joe's Diner? And you answered no. Rosie has not seen Nick since she last left Joe's Diner. Everything all split up. You get ready. Ho, 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 it's time to go. Each and all of you, carrying your gifts and surprises with you. The lights and the baubles, the shiny little things, the candies and cookies and magical things. But the greatest treasure of all is hidden from view, because the joy of Borksmas is in each and all of you.
Aww.
Ho, 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 ho.
Gosh, Father Borksmas does it the best.
Every time. And it rhymes.
So we...
And you set out and deliver the joy of Borksmas to all of the Borks in the Bork Kingdom.
I made a distributing device.
Saving Borksmas.
I made a little distributing device. It looks like it's gonna throw glitter everywhere off the sled. It kind of makes this like.
Hashtag charity.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's like a snow builder, but for glitter and Christmas joy, and it just kind of. It's out the edge of the sled.
It's like a buble.
Okay.
I want to say happy holidays to everyone, all of you, here at home watching.
Yay.
If you're watching this on a VOD later, if you're watching this 6 years from now in some weird backwater YouTube room, happy holidays to you.
Yeah.
Right now, whoever that is.
Whatever.
In advance. And I want to thank you for joining us today for this. I want to wish you all a great and wonderful holiday wherever you are, whatever your plans are, whatever you do or don't do. We're very, very grateful to all of you. I consider it a very special gift to have my opportunity here to tell my stories to you and with these people.
Yeah, man, we're glad to have you.
So happy holidays from Zoe. Happy holidays from the Metaverse.
Yes.
Oh, and one more little thing on here. I got a note here. I got a gift here to chat from Tom. Apparently he thought that anyone who tuned in today should get the March Project Metaverse info drop today, as chat broke 75,000 points.
Oh, congratulations, chat.
So you're getting the March one today. We'll come back in March for the people that missed it, but here's a Christmas present from Tom. Bobby Maxwell was in fact Wyatt Maxwell's father. Angel Hamilton was in fact Bruno's grandmother. You were right with your theories. Lizzie Foster is still alive and active in 2018. She works under Wendy Gates, the FBI. The only being in the metaverse of Sentinel City that is still alive, that has met the avatar of Heinrich, is Ezekiel the Undying. And our last little bit, not so much an info drop, but the great metaverse crossover is coming. Project Masters.
It's gonna be
so
epic.
good.
It's gonna be.
And I want to thank you all so much again for joining us and being here with us and this whole year with us. And I will see all of you next year.
Yeah, we have so much great stuff coming up, and I'm so glad we get to actually do this with our friends and with our new friends. And it's just what a cool year. And I look, who likes the new place? I like the new place.
It's awesome.
It is very cool.
It's much bigger.
I can't wait to see DFA in here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, since we got a few more minutes before
Oh, yeah,
we're officially done, you know, let's talk to Chad a little bit. See if
I
they've got
think
any
we should.
questions. You know,
I think it's a good time to field
Things
some
of a more-
questions out. We got
things of a more personal nature.
Yeah,
You guys have been sticking with us through Metaverse for the last 2 years, and
Yes.
Oh yeah.
the story has just gotten bigger.
It's
Yes.
so I can't keep track of everything. Good thing Paxmal writes it all down.
Yeah.
You know, I make a bunch of it up and I can't keep track.
I know,
so-
I can't keep track. I have no idea.
I keep track all the time. That's what
That's
I do.
good. I'm glad that somebody is keeping
I
track.
make sure I know where we are in like the timeline.
Between Paxmo and Christian, we're good.
That is true.
Oh, it nearly time for the Two Bards podcast. Some people are excited about that. Tell everybody over there I said hi.
Oh yeah.
And we love Andy, we love Scott.
Yeah, we do.
They're our favorites. We were hoping to get them both back here
I
very
was gonna
soon.
say, yeah, wouldn't that be great?
We haven't had Scott in studio yet, and
Yeah.
we haven't had him on any of our shows yet, and I'm really hoping that this year that's
Can we hear a Borksmas version of Ninja Dragon Rider?
Ninja Dragon Red.
Oh,
Probably not.
They paid money for that.
What?
Oh,
That was a tip. That went
was a
blink,
tip.
blink, blink. That was a tip. Someone just paid.
You don't know what that's for. We haven't seen the text for it. You're
Does Mark know he's on this camera?
yeah, of course he does.
Okay.
He's the one controlling the cameras.
Oh, you're showing them the studio.
Yeah.
Oh.
Robocamera.
Robocam.
So yeah, where's
Look
the
at it.
where's the little tip?
We're
thing?
behind.
Didn't
It
pop
takes-
up yet.
It's
Hang
gonna
on.
take. No, it takes a while.
Oh,
there we
we are.
go.
Can
Yeah,
we hear
see?
a Borksmas version of Ninja Dragon Rider?
I don't know it well enough to
Well, we could just put the word Bork in there.
yeah. Do you know the regular words?
No.
That makes it harder, doesn't it?
Well, you were gonna sing it, and I was just
I
gonna.
do know it.
I was just gonna.
We
Bork.
were also very, very proud to help Piper out. That was
Yeah.
that was
Oh
really
man,
fun.
Oh, that was fun.
Those guys
know-
are great.
Those guys got us into this.
Yeah.
They started us like saying, "Hey, you want to play BattleTech while we take a vacation?" We were like,
Sure.
"Yeah, we do." And where that's gone from there.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think they found a new place too. I
Oh, that's great news.
think they found a new place. So.
I hope that's true.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Have you ever finished writing a golden waffle and went nope and started over?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
repeatedly.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Crap.
That's why when I do waffles now, I generally try and write them the day of, so I don't have time to do that. Because I think what's fun about the waffles is kind of being put on the spot.
Their impromptu-ness.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the biggest surprise from this past year?
As far as this goes, like, is it an in-story surprise? Is it a? I guess the biggest surprise is how much we've moved and how much Zoe has been behind us in those moves. Like, when we came to them and were like, hey, we really like doing this. We should be doing this, and I was expecting a lot of pushback, and instead, management just absolutely embraced our crazy idea. You know, when we wanted to do our own streaming show, and I threw the idea of Masters at the Metaverse, I was expecting a lot of pushback, and instead it was like, hey, you know, give it a try, see how that goes. And I just love the freedom that we've been given by them and the opportunity to be able to do it.
Piper did find a new place and Zoe helped them out immensely. Less than 3 you all. Hashtag charity.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you, Chad.
thanks.
Will Zoe ever publish a Metaverse supplement for the TriStat system? I hope so.
Yeah,
A Metaverse World Bible is something we've talked about.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about the World Bible. I would love to do a gaming source book.
I want to actually, yeah, do
an
an actual...
RPG source book for Masters of the Metaverse,
Yeah.
or at least a world book knowing where all the different metaverses are. That's what I would like to do.
But how they can
And
build
our own,
character
like, I really like the way we've hacked TriStat, since they do give you a lot of room to do that with. But the way that we've been broadening the skills and making things more specialized to individual characters, as opposed to just a list of things you pick from.
Right.
Yeah.
When is the next Demon Hunters game? I don't know that one. Does any of you?
I
Mark,
don't
by
know.
chance?
I know that there's people working on one, and I know that I'm not one of those people. So that's
Probably summertime would be the
Summertime?
I'd expect to see it again.
All right, summertime for Demon Hunters. Will James be playing rather than GMing in either Project or Masters? Funny you should ask that.
I can answer that. Yes. Yes, he will be doing. He'll be playing his first character, I think, on this first upcoming arc of Masters coming up in
Masters?
February.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
He'll be joining the Masters of the Metaverse cast starting in February.
Cool.
I would buy the crap out of that book.
What are your convention plans for next year?
I know that the management is talking about ECCC, MobiCon again.
We're confirmed for ECCC.
And I'm pretty, like, talks are already happening for the MobiCon thing, and I know Gen Con.
Gen Con for sure.
For sure.
And we have some different things we might be doing at Gen Con this year. I mean, we're still going to obviously be doing Gamers Live, and we're still going to have our booth, and we're still going to be doing screenings, and we're still going to be doing gaming, and we're still going to be... We're still gonna do all the stuff we normally do. We're just adding more crap that we're doing this year.
Because we're not busy enough.
Yeah, honestly, we don't do enough during August.
Yeah.
That's like August is kind of fun just because I get to see Chris Odie and Ben Dobbins both on the verge of a nervous breakdown for different reasons.
Less fun for me.
It is less fun for you, but it's fun for me because I get to watch it.
Oh, I'm so glad that someone.
How has the story of
takes joy.
Metaverse changed, if at all, since you first came up with it?
You know, the idea of Metaverse hasn't. What it was and what it is going to become, I think, are essentially the same. The thing that makes Metaverse great and different and unique, as opposed to, I mean, obviously all the different worlds are really cool, but you know, the worlds are just really the canvas that we're putting these really, really interesting characters on. And I think the only thing that, you know, has gone off plan is I don't always know what these amazing actors are going to do with their amazing characters, and they've fleshed them out so much. Like they've spent 2 years, a lot of these people, with these Metaverse characters. You know, I guarantee you, you know, Maggie knows Rosie as well as she knows any character she's ever played on screen. You know,
Sometimes to my detriment.
Yeah, Crash is like my little brother in a lot of ways. You know, it's the characters.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. No,
We've also got, what was your favorite Metaverse meme or the like from this year?
Time Shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time Shift is always my favorite because it's so useful for everything.
Here's a nice pun one for you. Does Christian prefer his candy canes in mint condition?
Thank you.
No, he likes the fruity flavored ones, as you can probably imagine.
Is Sarah getting her Gauze rifle? It depends.
Look, we're all pushing for this. We want this to happen.
I think if we all bat our eyelashes at Matt.
January's coming.
You know, where's she
Things
gonna
are
get
happening.
one? If only she knew some people who could get those for her.
I'm really hoping for just like double Gauss rifles.
Are there any
double
plans?
Gauss rifles? Yeah, why not?
Any plans to visit any of the European cons?
Not.
If you know what, if Europe wants to have us, if Europe is willing to pay for us to come over there and
Yeah, that's really what it comes down
then
to.
yeah.
Like, we can't afford to fly ourselves out there. Like, the reason we all can go to Gen Con is because we do a really big show out there.
And the reason we go to MobiCon is because they pay for us to go.
Yeah, it's you know, we'll go anywhere that they'll bring us, basically, and we can do smaller shows or bigger shows. So, however few or many of us you want out there, we are available, and you know, it's all about time.
For everyone, what is your favorite Metaverse that you've visited?
Magical Space Princess.
Space Princesses?
That was pretty fun. Space Princesses was pretty great. Although I did like the Old West too.
Yeah, and I've got a big soft spot for Sentinel City
too.
since
Yeah.
I've been working on that with.
It's
But
hard
I also
to pick
really
a
like.
favorite.
I also really like the Borks though. Like I really enjoyed being Borks with funny little voices, and
Yeah.
I really like Sentinel City because Bombshell is awesome.
Yeah.
Someone posted earlier. It wasn't a question, but it was someone who watched Winston something. They were just starting to get into Project Metaverse after being a really big fan of Masters, and they're really liking it. And your last couple of stories were amazing.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
So.
Thank you very much. That was an interesting project to pitch too.
Mm-hmm.
We almost didn't get to do it.
It's cool. I like
And,
being able, even when I'm not here, to be in chat and enjoy
Yeah,
it.
and Project's just a fun show because it's so much different than Masters and still the same.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Same world, same universe, but different.
Jack Fetch, will Hollywood ever be a PC? I'm gonna go ahead and like he is a PC.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what he is. Joe's Diner was the original like live format, long form show that I put together. The first format that I ever really wrote, and the characters from Joe's Diner have appeared in lots and lots of things. And you know, when we do the live shows, I always play Hollywood. So yeah, he is a player character. He's just an NPC for Masters.
Do you keep your characters your own, or have you allowed chat to influence them as well?
Depends on the character.
Yep.
Some characters just can't. I mean, their traits are that they are unshakable or they are unmalleable in some way, whereas.
Well, like I know that. I mean, I know Jenica pretty well, but I think I know her better after reading stuff that Pax has written.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, nobody looks inside a character like Pax.
Yeah,
It's great.
so like it's helpful to have somebody else flesh things out, and Pax has never not gotten what I was going for, and she'd been able to articulate things
She
that I
does that
hadn't
really well.
that I haven't really been able to or that I never took time to articulate myself. But like, she was able to say that, and I was like, oh yeah, that is exactly what I was going for. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Will the slushy machine be back? I don't know. More than likely, you know.
Yeah,
your hacks
I don't
always
like
come
to let
back.
anything fall off the.
Your
the
hacks
head like
always
that.
come back to haunt you as long as
Yeah.
I'm around. Will we ever see Wendy again? Yeah, you can bet your ass you will.
Yes, you will. You will definitely be seeing Wendy.
Wendy, yep.
Will
Lots
you
of
be
Wendy.
bringing back guests onto Metaverse? If so, any idea when?
Okay, so longer answer on that one. Yeah, of course, we want to bring guests onto Metaverse as much as possible. This last year with a studio move and everything, money's been super tight, and it's important for us as a company to pay our actors. But, you know, you'll probably have noticed we're down to a 4-person table and a GM right now, whereas before...
6.
Yeah, before we had 5 players and, you know, and other people on the side, and it's just, we need to keep costs down right now. But if interest in the show picks up, of course.
Yeah, make your relatives watch it this
RG
Christmas.
Dream Paradox question. Any interest in a noir metaverse? Make sure you watch in March. Project Metaverse obviously just started a noir arc, and we're really excited about it.
Cool.
Very much so. Let's see.
You sexy.
Any other good questions for us, guys?
It's my wife.
He got a winner right here. Yes,
Sure
he
did. Well, if that's going to be it, thanks so much. That was actually...
Thanks for
that was
playing
fun.
with us
I
this
like being able to
Saturday.
answer your question.
I love being able to talk to chat too.
Paximel wants to know why James is so awesome.
No one knows. He just is. He just is.
Good genes.
It's because most of his apathy is pretend.
He's got a big goopy
He's got
heart.
a big heart inside like this,
A big
inside of
goopy
his,
heart.
you know, his tough, unkillable body.
Yeah.
Why does Christian not love puns?
I do love puns. I love good puns, given
you saying
intelligently.
Puns
I
are
love
good?
terrible puns all
Yeah.
the time.
I think it's because I work with so many comedians who love puns.
Ah.
So many that
That's true.
I groan even if the pun is very good.
Nathan Rice ruined all puns for me.
Oh no, Andy Doporowski for me.
Oh,
Yes.
Well, I doubt there'll ever be a DFA Metaverse crossover. You know that the casts are going to be on both, so I mean, you do get some of it, and it's not like
Yeah,
you
and-
don't get
and
a
I'm-
little of that with
And
it.
that also doesn't mean that we're, you know, obviously there's eventually going to be some type of metaverse with giant robots in it. There's not much you can do about it.
I mean, it's an infinite possibility. Can I have a high five from? Well, duh. I'm planning on goosing you too. So
Oh, easy.
get over with that.
Yeah, that's happening. She said it on camera. Internet. You're getting goose.
Yes, you can have a high five from everyone when you visit.
When is Christian singing again? I still love the bank robbery song. Oh, I remember the bank robbery song. When did I do the bank robbery song?
No. What song was that?
I don't know. It was a while back, but I know I wrote that song a long time ago, and
Sarah
I sure
gooses?
do love it.
I frequently goose. I'm a gooser.
She is a gooser. I have bruises.
True.
I actually was goosed by a goose. I was running around.
And you were like, oh, that's
It
why they do.
hurts.
That's why they call it that.
It hurts. Like this, I was running around. I had no pants on because I was like 3 or 4, and there was this goose, and because I lived on a farm, and this goose bit me right on the butt, and it really, really hurt because they have their beaks are really hard and strong.
They are.
So I've been goosed by a goose.
And you've been getting everyone you know back ever since.
And everyone got a gander.
Because she had no pants on.
Yeah, that was great.
It's called pecking. No, it's called goosing. Oh, Pax. It's supposed to be funny. They do have ridges. They do. They're bad.
Cool.
It was for... Oh, see, Uber noticed my pun. You're welcome. You're welcome. Merry Christmas, Uber.
Sweet.
Yep.
Well,
All right.
How
Hey.
many Borks are there? As many as we need.
yeah.
Yep, there's quite a few.
It's a whole planet
in
full of
fact,
orcs, isn't it?
Not only are there the traditional Borks we've seen, but there are Borks that dwell in different environments in it as well. There's Borks that live in rocky, craggy mountains and Borks that dwell in the desert.
Yes,
There's
the mountain
even-
Borks and the cave Borks are very different from each other.
They are. There's even Borks that live on islands out in the sea.
Tropical borks.
Tropical
That's
Borks.
awesome.
Oh yes. Hula borking.
Lots and lots of Borks.
They don't appropriate culturally.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
They have their own.
Well, we don't plan on stopping doing Gen Con, Jack. So for your 50th, when you get to fly out to Gen Con, we will hopefully be there.
Yeah.
2022.
It'll be us. We'll just be, balder and fatter.
Yep.
Is there a side moment or story you wished you could have explored but didn't get to?
So many.
Yeah, quite a few.
Pretty much every episode.
Yeah.
There's quite a few. I mean, when we ended Masters recently, and we had Bruno and Nick show up at the end, and Bruno was all in body cast and beat up. That was originally planned to be an episode of Nick and Bruno doing that. You were going to get to see that, but instead, now you're only going to know the tiny bits that I will spend the next year and a half slowly doling out to you in tiny little pieces.
Yeah. It's also like, you guys write something, but we don't always take the bait.
No.
Or you don't even hear about that part of the story until months later sometimes too.
But that's how you know
I'm a big
real.
fan of foreshadowing. I mean, I'm a huge fan of foreshadowing. I will take the most innocuous thing, and it will be important a long time from now, when you've forgotten about it.
That is true.
So for me, minutes later.
It's one of my second favorite strategies. My first is to give you a tell over and over again, so that you think it's a tell, and then I burn you with it.
Oh.
What do each of the Zoe folks want me to draw for you next?
Ooh.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Oh, please paint him like one of your
Yeah,
French
paint Christian
girls.
like one of your French girls. I think that's hilarious. Will we ever see a resolution to the pilot plot points? Yes.
Yeah.
Metaverse will. Everything will get resolved. I promise.
I want to. If you are offering a free drawing, Mr. Jacob, because I love your artwork.
Yeah, he's so
I
good.
would love all the pilots from both shows, and then all the avatars from both shows. Like
so a small order then.
So just like everything ever.
Well, there's that giant one he has of all the Zoe stuff, and it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So it's not a small order, but go big or go home. He said, "What do you want me to draw you?"
Yeah, but he also didn't say how much do you want to pay me for that. Not yet. I mean, the man's a professional.
I know. I'm sorry. You don't have to do that. Oh God.
We know it'll take a while, Jacob. Do not tax yourself during this holiday season with a really, really long.
You don't
break.
actually have to do it.
When is my misunderstood countryman Cole reaping? You'll hear a little more about Cole in March.
Yeah, we got more Cole stuff coming up. Obviously, more Bruno stuff, more Patrick stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
One of the most fun things that we've had about Metaverse is getting to do these episodes that happen completely in the real world with people who've had to learn about pilots and what they can do along the way. I think it gives a really, really fun, way to show, like, we don't realize necessarily when we watch Metaverse how cool Jenica and Rosie and Crash and Aquamarine, like, we don't realize how cool they are until they're in the real world and they can do all this extra crazy stuff. Yes. And I love those episodes. Those are my favorite.
I have fun with those too. I like the real world ones.
Yeah, giving people wedgies with your mind is it's very cool.
Because those are the ones where I get to like go full on TV MA with the violence and the bodies are everywhere. It's graphic. I love it.
Any chance Metaverse is going to go to Farther All again so we can break Matt again?
It's up to Matt.
All right.
Yep, that is 100% up to Matt.
So harass him.
Yeah, we want. I mean, Farther All isn't necessarily Metaverse adjacent. Usually, it was for that particular excursion, and hopefully it stays that way.
What story would anyone like Pax to write? Is there a story that she hasn't done yet, or a character that she hasn't?
You always write the story I don't expect, and I just keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep writing the stories that are talking to you, because those stories have a voice to them, and it's the voice of our characters, and that's amazing.
Yeah, like you write the stories that need to get written, and we don't know that they need to get written.
You fill in the blanks. You see what the characters are feeling, even if we're not necessarily expressing it well during the show. And you really bring it home at the with those stories, and I just keep doing that.
Favorite avatar.
Bombshell.
Bombshell.
Yeah, Hex Destiny.
Hex Destiny.
Yeah, Ricci. Ricci's my favorite princess. Vega might be my favorite princess, or Eliana, or Selenia.
All the princesses are your favorite princesses.
Chad. I love all of the princesses. That was
Chad.
No, Ricci's my favorite. Ricci's my favorite of the princesses because of her unique approach to solving problems, And her being the most studious of them. Like, she's not like the leader. She's the, you know, if they were Ninja Turtles, she would be the Donatello of the group. But, yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, she's
by far.
I like her.
For me, it's either King Teddy or Richard Gatling.
Yeah, they're
Those are my
fun
two
too.
favorites.
Oh, that was just my favorite princess. My favorite avatar that I've played.
Yes.
I really enjoyed Harzul.
Yeah, hers was really fun.
Harzul was
Man,
really
I forgot
fun.
Yeah.
Harzul. He's
And
great.
I love Butch. I do. He's just, yeah, he's really put up on. He's not the funniest. He's not the smartest. He's just, man, that guy will just eat shit for his friends, and I just
will.
I respect that so much.
He really will. Poor bastard.
Yeah, no, I like those, you know, characters that don't necessarily want to be heroic, but aren't as awesome as everybody else, and just, you know, are willing to, you know, to take that crap and endure. Will I get another chance to do another Space Princess arc? Yeah.
Yay.
As soon as I say so. It's just a matter of getting the cast together. It's hard.
Yep, same thing with guest GMs and surprise one-shots. Guest GMs, it's about getting the people in and having them having the availability. You
And
know.
making sure they're on board.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
And surprise one-shots is definitely a thing that will be happening.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep coming up. They're not going away. I might even have a file that has a couple of them already written ahead of time.
Yeah.
Not
just
that I
in-
would ever do anything like that.
Just in case.
I mean, I'm not a guy that ever does things just in case.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, maybe we should. That's
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Anyway, happy holidays to all of you.
We
love
love
Thank you
you.
so much for watching
Please be
today.
safe.
Thank you for donating
Yep.
if you did. Thank you for everything. Thanks for
Yes.
letting us be here. This is great. We
I
love
love
it.
you.
Love you.
We love you. Merry Christmas.
We will
Merry
see you all
Christmas.
next year.
And on
Happy
Twitter.
Christmas.
Love you.